Well, we had a pretty decent night, didn't we?
We did. It was a lot brighter. The moon was really bright
Oh my
last night,
goodness.
but it was really peaceful and quiet the whole night. It was really nice.
Yeah, the moon came up, and if you don't know anything about these Durston tents, they're not exactly blackening. So it literally was like shining on the tent with the stars, and the entire tent was like glowing in the dark.
Oh, and the stars were so beautiful. It was just a dark blue sky with really bright stars. It was beautiful.
It got so bright at night, Rae thought that I had my phone on. She's like, "Are you okay?" So
I woke him up to ask.
yeah, so we got our bear hang down, and it held up overnight. And we got our coffee going, and we had some breakfast essentials and a couple fig bars, just a light breakfast. And we're gonna head on out at this point. It's about 8:15, so not too bad. Getting out at camp, got our bags repacked, packed them a little different than we did the first time, as you get a little bit, more efficient. We're gonna be hiking to Cat Pen Gap, which is
So
about 12
12.4, is that what you
12.4
said?
miles is what we're planning. It could change based on who knows what, but that's our goal, and that'll leave 11.7 going into Hot Springs the next day. So we're gonna head on out. Well, this is where we came from, and we got to Brown Gap. Several intersections and roadways along this way, but we are going up, 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 as you can see Rae on her ascent. Well, looks like we got about a 1 mile climb at the start of our day, and then it's about 3.5 miles from Max Patch. After the 1 mile climb, things kind of level off a little bit. Well, we're about 2 miles from Max Patch. We had a little bit of a flat area here, kind of a little bit of recovery, you might say. And then we're going to be doing some minor up and downs. Some people like to call them PUDs, pointless up and downs. And then we'll have that final elevation to get up to Max Patch, and that's in about 2 miles. And Rae, as normal, likes to get a good start on these inclines. There she goes. Well, we made it to Max Patch Road. From here, we will make our final ascent up to Max Patch. Looks like it might be about 3/4 of a mile. The craziest thing so far since we have been hiking, and we're on Max Patch Road right now, but since we have started hiking back at Standing Bear, we have not seen one other hiker on the trail, northbound or southbound. So I'm not sure if they are bubbled up in Georgia or what, but it's crazy that we haven't seen one hiker northbound or southbound this whole entire way. How you feeling?
Feeling great. Ready to see Max Patch.
Yeah. Well, we came to a dirt road with a blue blaze. Looks like they've been doing a lot of work up here. Got some stairs constructed. It's about halfway up Max Patch. You can see there's a sign for, well, you may not be able to read it, but it says Buckeye Ridge Trail. So it's kind of an intersection. And they've got this map for a loop hike, but we're just gonna go to the top. So we're probably about a quarter mile to go. That's where it came from. There's the views. Get a little sneak peek before we get to the top. It's a little windy up here, but man, it sure is nice. We really like this cool temperature. Well, we're heading on up the trail, but before we do, we're gonna get one last view of Max Patch. Hey, let's go through the rhododendron tunnel. This is so cool. We stopped at the 5 mile mark and got some lunch, and we now have a 4 to 4.5 mile level slight downhill descent, so we're looking forward to that. We were starting the day, it showed us having a 3,000 foot ascent and 2,600 descent. Well, we've already done a whole lot of the ascent to get to Max Patch, so we're now appreciating the descent. So we're just going to settle in and just keep going. We're currently actually walking at about a 3+ mile pace, which we haven't been able to do that since we started a couple of days, yesterday. So we're gonna just kind of cruise and put it on cruise control and enjoy this day. Well, we're not going to stop at Roaring Fork Shelter, but I just thought I'd get a quick little glimpse of it here for anybody who is interested. It's not very far off the trail at all. You can see it from the trail even. There's a couple people down there already, but we're not staying there. On we go. Okay, Yazzie. Aunt Rae is walking across the bridge. I hope it's safe and not wobbly. So this whole area is almost like a greenway by the creek. And you can hear the creek flowing for a very long time. It's so relaxing and soothing. Look at all that rhododendron growing. There she goes. Making our final push up to the top of Walnut Mountain, where I think we're actually going to stop and spend the night, which is a little bit short of the other location we're going to stop at. So. Well, we're getting close to the top of Walnut Mountain. It's been quite a challenge. Not too many views, but this is our view from the top so far.
Well, we stopped about 3/4 of a mile before Cat Pen Gap. We stopped at Kale Gap. The 3/4 of a mile was another climb at the end of a long day, and that was just not going to happen today. So we're both happy to be done right now, and we got in about 4:15, which is still gives us time to get everything set, eat our meal, get the bear bag hung. So all of that included.
Yeah, we started at 8:15 in the morning, hiked till 4:15. It's an 8-hour day. We thought we had retired, but apparently our job now is to hike 8 hours a day and, you know, punch the clock and get our miles in. Yep. But yeah, we've had dinner. Had a little scare there for a little while. We thought we had forgotten where my bear bag kit was, where, you know, I can hang everything up. And so I'm improvised a little bit, and I found some extra string I had for my tent that actually was long enough. Got the whole thing done, got it over top, got a new carabiner, found out how to tie a rock on the end of a rope, and got all the way done, got all the way back to the tent, and I was like, all right, I was a perseverer. I solved the problem. We didn't have our bear bag, you know, kit, and I still hung it. And I even took a picture. Maybe we'll put the picture in the thing here. So I get back over here, and I'm getting ready to get, you know, changed and get ready for bed and everything, and reach in my pocket, and guess what's there?
Your bear hang kit.
So now we have two. The makeshift one I just made and the one that I had in my pocket. And I'm telling her, we get to Hot Springs, we got to buy one, everything. So yeah, everything's not perfect out here. I was actually thankful I figured out a way to do it with this string that was left. Thank you, Durston, for including that long spool of rope that you put with the tents. It was at the bottom of that bag. I didn't even think I'd ever use that, but I did. So another shout out to Durston and the quality of his products. So yeah, we hiked 8 hours. We got to the top of Walnut Mountain, and I mean, I thought we were done. We got up there. There's supposed to be a tent site. It's an old shelter, had been there at one point, and they have since demolished that and gotten rid of it. So we were looking, and we thought, hey, maybe we'll do this. And then Raylene is like, hey, why don't we just go ahead down to Kale Gap? I'm like, I thought we were done. And so she's a trooper here. So we went the extra 3/4 of a mile to get down here to Kale Gap. And we found a nice place under the pine trees. We got a nice campsite here with pine needles and everything. And we are often getting interrupted with woodpeckers everywhere. So we probably suspect that in the morning we'll probably get a bunch of woodpeckers waking us up, which is fine. Tomorrow is going to be a great day because we are going to be hiking into Hot Springs. And we got a place to stay there with Elmer, and we're looking forward to that, and getting a good hot meal at the diner and things like that. But we'll talk about all that tomorrow.